See, I can still see your lips moving.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many people even remember that movie. I do. I do. Get myself set up on a lovely Monday. How's everyone doing? Happy beginning of the week. Was it a good day for you? Solid for me so far. Get myself set up here for success. Change my chat to all messages, not top messages. What's up, Marco? Happy Monday. Grateful Dawn, good afternoon. Clint, Crosby, and Stonewall. Grateful I have tracking. Long-awaited tracking information for you. I was kind of holding out for some other stuff, but it turned out, might be longer. So rather than wait, I was like, I got to get some stuff out to the Magna Sluts, especially Grateful you have extra stuff in your package because of the trade from way back. Good Lord. I am horrible. What's up, Matt Con? Rachel. Hello, and hello, everyone. What is up on a lovely Monday day? There it is. The new Kaiser. What's it called again? Micro. Brain was like, the Micro. Looking forward to it. So grateful. There are some things in here. You need to be careful when you open it. Like, don't just take a knife and go. Please. Be very delicate when you open it. But there's some good stuff in there, and there is more to come where that came from. The great and wonderful Grateful. Currently carrying a Spyderco Rock Jumper, full serrate. What's everyone think about serrate? I am not a huge fan, but if you got to cut some rope or something, it's definitely good. Mac just got himself a Civivi Buster FG, the old Buster. It's huge. Why can't I find it? Oh, because I'm looking on the wrong shelf. Wait. Oh, that's right. It's over here. Working on some things. There it is. Buster FG, absolute hog of a knife. This thing is enormous. Got your super lock though. Pow. Pow. That thing is an absolute chunk. I don't really carry it. It's just huge. I showed it to my brother and he immediately cut his finger. It's a beast. There's a lot to it. And the thumb stud's a little further out, so there's a little bit more getting to it. And I can see how someone's not careful, that drop shut gets in the way. Woo! She's fun. But it's enormous. Kenman from a couple years ago would have been like, yep, love it. Kenman of these days are like, yep, love it. Something smaller? I don't know. I still bought one. I mean, I still have it. So you got that. Been enjoying the daily carry of the Buster FG. It's big, but I mean, if that's what is comfort, it's all about what makes you happy, what feels good, what does the job the way you want it to, and the way it makes you feel when you do the things you do, the way you do. Make me want to shoot. Something like that, you know what I mean? What's everyone else carrying today? So I got this, but it's not really a full size. So to pair with it, I have my Kaiser Lieb. So I got a little joint Kaiser action going on here. What's up with the wooden fixie? You haven't seen that one, Matt? So my brother-in-law actually made this. It's all wood, tree mascus, wooden handle, wooden blade, just an experiment. What's up, Joe K? I got some materials and some stuff for making some handles for some knives. I don't have any of that near me right now. And he started kind of getting messing around with his equipment and just wanted to make a few things. And so he made a bunch, several wild ones, but I thought this was just absolutely ridiculous. And so I was like, yep, that's the one I want. Show the most expensive knife or the most loved. What's up, Tony? I can do both. I can do both. So this is from the brother-in-law. So this was kind of a proof of concept. If we can make one out of wood, we'll start making them out of metal. Will it look like this? No, this is just ridiculous fun. But that's what that is all about. On the Edge.
At On the Edge became a member. At On the Edge celebrates 1 month of membership. Wow, 1 month already. Got to run an errand though.
Wow. The computer had such a enthusiastic wow. 1 month already. Thank you so much, On the Edge, for your membership. I appreciate you. So the question was, what is my, it wasn't my favorite, it was my most expensive or the most loved. It's tough. When we're getting on price, we're looking at a few that are similar. I have the N1 Cornerstone from Numb Knives. This is the new design from Numb. It's got the pinch lock, front flipper, snappy flip out, S90V micro milled titanium. Magnus, let's hold. There's Tom. We got two. We got two. We got a Magnus Let Salute right there. Boom. The Devo Lush V2. Sick. Lefty. Lefty. Yes. Lefty. I'm loving this one now a lot as well. They have Magna Max. Anybody know about Magna Max? What are you up to, Thomas? Co-Bunny? Got a Civivi Spiny Dogfish. Those are fun. Which one do you want On the Edge? This one? What was everyone talking about? What were we talking about? Probably knives. I don't know. Thomas, I do. Oh, grateful you got your Eldorado tracking today. So did I. So did I. So Grateful and I are on the last of the list of getting the Eldorados. And so finally they have shipped. So hopefully we'll get them by the end of the week. I had to get a, how much is what? Oh, this one, 360-ish. There are a lot of knives out there that are significantly more. I have my the Devo Stout V2. That one's getting up, pushing that range, but these have been on sale. They were like $100 off for a while, which is a really good deal. Dinner time, yum. Oh, this is going to move up into a just because it was a gift. Gifts always have a little bit more personal love. Like it's not something that I'll be able to get rid of. Thomas just checked his email, and I also just received his Azusa shipping confirmation. So we're all getting them finally. Most I paid was $675 for a Lynn Thompson prototype Magnum Tonto. Nice. Thomas, finally, we've been waiting for these Eldorado Cochise. Is that the other one? The second knife? Was you buy the Eldorado on the pre-order, and you got a Cochise for free. Is the new median cost of a knife $300? It depends, Mac. Of a premium high quality, I would say it's $2. Because, I mean, you can still get some awesome stuff from Tenable, from Sencut, from even Kaiser Civivi stuff for that $50 to $60, $70 range. No problem. $275. It's $275. About $350. What's up, Lanyard Man? I feel like 2 to 3. Or 2 to 4 there's a range. There's a great pile of stuff. But there's a lot of things too. Like like you've got your microjet for 150. So if this is 140, 150, if your Monterey Bay knives, 140, 150, we're talking S90V titanium stuff going on. So Mountain Man Axes, what's up, dude? Everyone go check out Mountain Man Axes channel. He's fun. I mean, I enjoy it. He likes axes, obviously, and finding old axes from like garage sales or like eBay sales or things like that, and then fixing them up and then putting new handles on them and stuff. Very good stuff. Always entertaining to see some of your shorts and stuff, dude. KC, or you can spend $150 and get a tornado. KC, I was just saying that. Well, I didn't say that, but I said, because we're talking about price ranges or what's good for knives right now. And I was saying there is that price range in that 140, 150 kind of a thing where your microjets, the brand new tornadoes that just dropped are available. Go check out the Tempest Knives Tornado. If anybody has a quick link to that, you can pop that up there quick. But this is a microjet. The microjet is just a little bit more expensive. A little bit larger than the tornado, basically the same price. Tornado's like a half inch shorter. What's up, goons? Where are the expensive knives made? All over the world, Tony. All over the world. South Africa, United States. There are some incredible makers all over the world. What's up, Cicero? Get yourself a Tempest Tornado, says Thomas, and he's right. I ordered one. I have tracking. It says it should be here by Thursday. I actually have 2 microjets. Wow. Check out Tempest Knives. If you don't know, you should. What's up, Paul? Paul might. Paul, I saw that short on Instagram holding your snips, all the snip tips. He's got a whole bag full of them. Whole bag full. What's Donnie up to today? Kathleen posted the link. Thank you, Kathleen. Boom. Demco, Benchmade, Microtech. Those are all up there for, could be expensive. Yes. What's up, Henry G? Henry, the 8th I am. But you can also buy some under $30. No, I mean, if you don't know, you gotta know. I mean, this is stupid. It's still so sharp, it's ridiculous. I don't even have any paper. I bet I do somewhere. It's out of control how sharp this gas station Roaring Tiger lockback. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and I kind of love it. I get a little bit of everything. We got the premium knives, of course, but we always have interest in everything. The little silly gas station stuff, of course. This other one that I got. I mean, pick your nose with that. Should I get a few more of these? No? Yes? No? Spyderco in Colorado, but also Taiwan, China, and Japan. That is true. Badass, baby. It's something. This thing is something though. It's crazy how solid that is. But I mean, am I going to be carrying it around now? Carry it around about as much as I carry this thing around. Very Kurgan. The Kurgan. I want 1 or 3 Luzon. This Luzon is dumb, especially the action on mine. I don't know what happened to it, but it wasn't like this right out of the box. But dude, Burning Stables Forge, what's up? Boom. How can a cheap knife like this be so fun? I don't care what you say. That is fun. That is fun. What are the 5 top most carried knives in the last 3 months for me? Ready, go. Not top quality. No, absolutely not. This is like 40 bucks less, but it's fun. See, I can enjoy. This is not high quality. No. This whole shelf down here, these are not high quality. But there's something to be said for the Fookdoozle Dragon. Kershaw Luca. Kershaw has some good stuff. Buster FG is huge, but it's a gentleman's carry. For what? For this one? So here's your Buster. I mean, it's quite a bit, but the Buster is huge. So that just shows you like, okay, this thing is ridiculous. But I mean, your standard knife, you can open your standard knife and hide it behind the closed Luzon, which is what's good stuff. Matt has the Luca, super fun. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think it's Luca. Donnie's trying to draw up a chopped Predator front rear flipper. Ooh. Hole and studs? Ooh. G10 Espada XL. It's a beast. Demco 8020S and a Mini Hera 2 for goons. Lucia. Pockets aren't deep enough. Yeah, sometimes. This one does ride pretty large. It takes up some space, but sometimes a big knife though. This is the one I got from Trish. Mr. Mouse, what's going on? So this is the Artisan Cutlery that I can't remember the name of it right now. Artisan Cutlery collab with D-Rocket. I did the shipwreck on it recently. I want to get a shoulder knife holster. Co-Bunny, have you seen the ones that that site that I was telling you about? Bastinelli. He does that. He has a lot of shoulder knife holsters where he's got the fixed blade or whatever, and it's like right there on the shoulder harness. Tracking after I emailed. Kevin, I emailed them, what that day was, that Friday or Saturday. He emailed me back like an hour later and said I was on the next list going out. And then I got the tracking email today. Have a massive Bowie? Do I have a massive Bowie? Sure. That massive enough? I feel like D-Rocket designs are overpriced for what they are. Maybe. Rachel had Jinko jeans in high school. You could hide this whole thing in one of the pant legs of the Jinkos. Mr. Mouse says, smash that like button. Tony asks if I haven't made any yet, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get a few more supplies, and I want to start doing some fabrication. I have not yet, but I am working on it. Fingernail cleaner, you got to get that choke up spot and get in there, and then I mean, why wouldn't you? I'd buy that for $1. You buy my knife? I'm going to start doing some stock removal, fixed blades, start playing around. Mac made some pocket organizers on a sewing machine out of old jeans. That's cool. Cole Bunny got another Sativian ST25. All right. I've got some designs. I've been drawing some stuff up. Fixed blades and folders. Do I have any machetes? I have this one. I got my Jason machete right here. Hold on. Ron Crow. How about a cold steel machete that looks like a samurai? I don't have any of those, but Cole Bunny in the chat does. I do have this one. That's a cold steel kukri. D Rocklet's mostly a designer leasing out designs. His custom stuff is actually pretty fairly priced, says Paul. Burning Stables, I appreciate that. Burning Stables is making some cool stuff. I kind of watched, I was lurking because I was busy at work, but I saw Burning Stables had posted a video about working on some Damascus. And I was kind of listening to it, and it wasn't the right video to listen to because he's got a piece of Damascus in his press, and he's like, it's like a hydraulic press, like, and it was like, okay, he's not really talking. And no offense, there's nothing wrong with videos where you're just showing how to do stuff. But when you're lurking and listening to a video more than watching it, it wasn't really the right one to listen to because all I could hear was just the sound of his hydraulic press just going, and like it's like I know that's squeezing some Damascus right now, but I can't see it. Belly full with some soup. Dude, soup is good. Oh yeah, Lanyard Man won a Herman from Neves. That was your first ever win too? It's probably not a lefty though, huh? Everybody be watching out. Lanyard Man only gets lefties. That could be a weed whacker, Zane. That I've used that one out in the woods, trimming some brush, clearing some little areas and stuff. Nothing like heavy work, but light work. Yeah, and Burning Stables, it's not like you needed to talk, but it was like I was trying to find a video at that moment that I could just hit play and then set my phone over here and do other stuff. And it was like that wasn't the one at the time. That was like one I want to watch and physically see what you're doing. Some videos you can put in because it's just someone going on a rant or just talking about stuff, and then you can just listen to them talk, almost like a podcast. And that's kind of what I was looking for at the time. And I put his on, and it was like he's just doing work, and I'm like, and I ended up turning it off. I had to watch it again, watch the rest of it later. Herman as a giveaway knife is an expensive knife, absolutely. Fortunately for like Neves and like MC, they are in a position where they do have some pretty good companies hooking them up here and there with a couple of really nice knives that they can use for giveaways and stuff. And so I mean, that's great to be able to have a knife of that value. I mean, I don't even have a knife as valuable as that Herman is, let alone use it for a giveaway. Did I participate in the lefty part of MC's giveaway? I didn't. I knew about it, but I was busy at the time and I wasn't going to be able to sit and watch. And so I was like, I'm not going to enter because if I win, I'm not paying attention. But he did have a thing where like he had one Herman that was a lefty. And so if you did win anything, you could say, oh, I'm a lefty. And then potentially it was his holiday grand prize. Oh, Langerman's Herman? Knives are very useful tools, right? I agree, Zane. I use one every day. I carried 2 today, both Kaisers. Whoa. And I used them both. I had to test them out. The Kaiser Lieb is just a great no-nonsense button lock. 154 cm. And this, I don't like how Neves has monetized the entire process. Yeah. Stacy, what's going on, Stacy? Cooking great northern beans and honey cornbread. I'll definitely watch it, Burning Stables, and I'll recommend everyone else to watch it too. Landerman already has 2 lefty Hermans. Do I ever get my hands on an MSI? I have an MSI. But what did I zoned off with something. Oh, Neves is monetized as, yeah, not to talk about Neves in particular, but I've definitely, the new mini MSI looks really nice. This is the standard MSI, Microtech standard issue, apocalyptic blade, no serrate. I'm not a fan of the handle being too light. Langerman in the chat actually did an upgrade. He got is it a copper one or a brass? Maybe it was brass. He got the brass or copper scales for it, which makes it weigh like a truck. I love it. That's what I need to do, is I need to put some heavier scales on here. Hello, homie, stay on track. Dude, I get derailed very easily. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Langerman's is brass. How's Stacy doing? 11 ounces. I think it weighs 7 like this. That is a pig. But to talk about I feel like I'm almost being hurt a little bit on the YouTube, because I've been steering away from that, and I've been saying things that the AI hears, and when the AI hears, it listens. And unfortunately, AI monitors everything now, and they're looking for everything and anything. And I don't monetize my live streams. I don't push affiliate links much. I don't make clickbaity thumbnails and titles and stuff. And I think YouTube does not like that. They really like people that jump on. And according to YouTube, I should be using AI right now to write scripts for my lives and write scripts for my videos and help me design thumbnails, and I don't. And I should be monetizing my live streams, but I don't. And I think because of that, it's I'm not getting pushed as much. But I'm not here for that. So in my, the more I see it, the more it kind of turns me off to it. Like I've said, talking to some younger kids in the world today, just think, oh, I'm going to make a channel and I'm going to get rich and I don't have to work. And it's like, but even if you make a channel, you have to work. You're working. I don't make anything on this channel, and it costs me money, and I put 20 some hours at least of work a week into it. So if you really wanted to make money on it, it's a long, slow hustle. And so to me, I've kind of faded away from worrying about that. I mean, I guess I never really worried about it, but I don't want to. That's not my goals. I mean, it'd be great to have a job doing what you love and stuff like that. But everything's like, I have never been on that, what's the auction sales app or whatever, Whatnot or whatever. I haven't been on there at all. People said, oh, go on there, you can sell your stuff, or, that's what people do, like Neves or whatever. I don't know if it's that he does or not, but some of the channels, they get their free knives from companies for reviews and stuff, but then they sell those on Whatnot. Like, if I have free knives, I'm either A, gonna keep it, or B, I'm gonna use it as a giveaway. I don't think I'd be willing to sell. Ed Gordon, you aren't showing off stuff I can't afford. I mean, it's always nice to see that stuff. I like getting things in that are expensive, that are limited, that are whatever. But I don't have the, I'm not someone who has a bunch of $800 to $1,000 knives around that I can show. I don't know. All I can say is I love the interaction. I love the live. Robin, I messaged you. Good way to monetize for you is merch. Yeah, I do have some merch. I don't even really push that. I need to work on that some more. I want to try to work on some more designs, which I've been trying to do. I'm my best to get away from heavy AI influenced stuff. I'd love to spend some more time drawing, coming up with imagery and stuff without utilizing AI. But I'm working on some more logos and stuff for sure. Landerman can send me some. Landerman's got a beautiful collection. So does Robin. Robin, I did send you a message on Instagram for tracking information. I'll message you again afterwards. Only a fool would spend that much on a knife, says Kevin Smith and Knives. Kevin's got quite the collection too. If we were all rich, if I was making twice as much as I was now, it'd be a different world. Edwards. What's up, Ed? I hate watching a program that feels like they're always trying to sell you something or profit off the viewers. It just feels tacky. You should see some of the stuff I see about people complaining about, oh, I'm having a hard time getting the viewers to use my links and stuff. It's like, bro, go get a real job. Get a real job. Why is Trish pissed? Who's making Trish mad here? Oh, 42 people in here and only 25 chat. Or 25 likes, thumbs up, what? Like, well, who made Trish mad? What's going on? I'm like, oh, she just wants everyone give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Get a real job. Jack, there is a link in the description if you're interested. I do have some stuff. I have some shirts and some hoodies. The hoodies are actually really nice. I got a mug, some stickers. I'm working on some more stuff. I don't know if I love there's a few other sites I'm looking at to try to get a few more things. I really like the hoodies at this site that I've got right now. I am quite the fool. No, don't, burning 100% not. But, like, like I said, I'm seeing some people where it's like if you don't have a job at all and you aren't bringing in a dime, like you're actually making knives. I'm talking about people who have a channel that aren't making knives. They just have a channel and they want companies to send them knives so they can review knives and become influencers. And that's what their goal is I want to be rich because I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to get all these companies to send me free stuff so I can review stuff, and then I can become rich and not have a job. Versus here's me, I get messages. I'm not way high up there, but some people will see like, oh, you have 10,000 subscribers. You've done something right. What can I do? What's some advice? And my advice was, well, make sure you're paying your bills first. Because a lot of people is like, well, I don't want to get a job. I'm trying to make this happen. I'm like, well, you're going to be spending the next couple of years trying to make this happen and still not making any money. So how are you going to pay your bills? You know what I mean? Like, so my advice was go get a job. Now you have income. Now take your free time, use your free time to start doing some stuff. And that makes sense to me. But they're like, oh, well, but I don't have time. I need all my time because I'm going to do the channel. I don't want to work. It's like, well, but you have to work. Even if it costs you money to do your channel. It costs me money to do this, but that's why I have a full-time job, so that it gives me the time that I have to do this. I don't know. Everyone wants to have their cake. Well, and everyone wants to just have the easy way out. They don't want to work hard for stuff anymore. They just want to like make one video and it goes viral and now I don't have to work. Like, what do you mean? Just because some people are huge. Good night from Sweden. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Tony from Sweden. Bills come first always. Well, but see, the thing is some people like live with their parents or live with their significant other who has a job who pays for everything, and they're just kind of leeching off of them. And it's like, if you're not paying your bills every month and you're just freeloading off of somebody else, then your first step in making a YouTube channel would be go get a real job first. Pay your bills. I don't know. That's just my opinion. One dude is a giant infomercial. Tells you what kind of napkins he's putting the knife down on, and then tells you what kind of screwdriver he's using on it. Yeah. It's like a big sales pitch. I do have like a few links, but I never push them. It's like it's not an income. I don't know. I hate to talk negative or, I wish everyone the best. I get it now. Just don't want people to think that I'm out here trying to use the community. I'm just trying more materials to make more. No, Burning Stables, you're in a completely different realm. Completely different realm. You have equipment. You're making knives. You're showing people your process, and then you're selling knives. That's respectable. You didn't get to a point where you got all that stuff in your garage just by, you know what I mean? I'm talking about younger people, kids that haven't really had a full-time job in their lives, got to be able to support yourself before you can support your own channel. Dude, I can't even support this channel. Do you know how much it costs if you wanted to, yeah. But to have small channels like complaining that people don't use their links or that companies aren't sending them stuff, it's like, dude, companies don't send me stuff, although I haven't been reaching out because it's not my goal. Yeah, and I think some people just they just see like, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, I'm gonna make this and it's gonna go viral and then I don't have to do any work, like, What's up, Fred? Fred the Lug did a live the other day. I highly recommend everyone going and some Scuba Steve is scribing to Fred the Lug. He's got an amazing collection. You can talk about some customs and fun stuff. So he's going to do little lives once in a while, and I think they're going to be really fun. The couple that he's done already have been a great time. Good discussion, and that's what I'm here for. I'm just a ding dong who likes making knives. What did Fred just got home? All hobbies can be expensive, for sure. Who's an amazing dude? Fred, probably. Fred's definitely cool. That Casey of the Knives Fast channel, also pretty cool. He's doing it. Got the company, got Tempest, got the Knives Fast, doing some regular videos, doing some regular lives. He's going to be live in a couple of, like an hour and a half. Everyone will be heading over there and hanging out. Casey, what do you got going on your show tonight? Anything fun? New stuff? I've been telling people I got my my Tornado ordered, so I should be getting it in the next couple days. Delivery by Thursday on the new Tempest Knives Tornado. This is a micro jet. I like Casey's designs. They got good feel to them. Nice jimps on there. You always do a good fair amount of jimps. People just want to be Nick Shabazz without having charisma, Batman mask, and beautiful model hands. Who else is excited about the upcoming Silent Hill movie? I'll watch it. We all love KC. Boom. I mean, I've got my butter knife 175 right here. This is a rarity. Not too many people have the signed butter knives fast. I'm a very fortunate one. Very fortunate one. Show the knife that's under the wooden looking knife. The wooden looking knife. The one under it, that is the Sea Fox. This is a Sea Fox custom, one-off, fixed blade, satin magna cut with a hollow grind, white paper micarta and koa wood. Sea Fox is one of the guys. He has a table in Blade Show, Texas. What's up, Pocket Privilege? Got a set of sterling silverware. Got a Goodwill for $5. That's fun. What's up, Mustache? Mustache Fabio? That's great. The 175 butter knife. Boom. Yeah, Sea Fox is great. I saw him the first year. Couldn't afford. Second year, though. Look at that. Hollow grind, magna cut. Boom.
Wow, guys. You're going to make me bitch. 51 of us and 34 likes. I know it's Monday, but it doesn't cost anything.
You guys cannot make Trish mad. I will not allow this. So I'm not going to push, like, because that's not my thing. But when you can't make Trish mad, though, you cannot make Mo Patty mad. So I suggest hitting the like button. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Trish. I appreciate you. Robin, hit that. Kathleen says everyone go sub to Fred too. Did anyone post a link for Fred? Fred, have you ever bought one of the Roman case knives? Case Knives Switzerland does some of the best work. Interesting. Miracle Cerakotes. What's up, dude? Anybody order anything Cerakoted lately? I should probably do that. I should. Jack's making a new YouTube account. Make another YouTube account so you can add another like. I mean, why not? Fred says, no case, Finch, Rosecraft in your hands ever? Never? You've never handled a Finch or a case or a Rosecraft? Fred. Trish says 6 more. You haven't all done it yet. Really cool though. Nice looking. This was the first Magna Cut knife I purchased. Beautiful hollow grind. Feels really nice. I love it. Here's my auxiliary manufacturing Captain's Bowie. This is probably my favorite. People have multiple screens up, not paying attention. Sometimes you're up, you're lurking, you got it up on one, you're not on that one, you're on another, or you've got it up and maybe they're out cooking dinner right now. Got their hands all covered in dirt or like food or dirt. Got my hands all dirty, I'm cooking, they're covered with dirt. Why wouldn't you? Mick Ranger. Mick, what am I buying next? Small makers on the rise. No. Bar locks. Oda Thomas asks a question. What current knife trends do you like and what knife trends would you like to see stop? I think he made a good answer. Small makers rise. Bar locks. Anybody like that bar lock? I ain't no fan, no bar lock. Making some dirty rice. Ooh, yum. Go Bunny just made some chicken salad with curry powder. Oof, also delicious. I needed to eat something before I went live. Knife trends I want to see stopped in 2026. Don't care. So not worried about anything yet. I didn't watch it. Was that MC video about too many bar locks? Is that what that was? Mallory, Dylan's making some bolster locks come back this year. Bolster locks. Boom. Bolster lock. How? I got how many bolster locks on? Well, only one. 2. I was going to say on the table. Bolster locks are awesome. I love them. Crossbar locks getting old. More inset liner locks. Agreed. Where is my nice looking inset liner locks? You have a hatchet and a sickle that are Cerakote. Pocket Privilege, congrats on 200. Burning Stables is 6 away from 300. Everyone go check them both out. Watch a couple of vids, watch a couple shorts, give them a like, give them a sub. Palmataja, long time no see. What's up? How you doing? Big knife salute. Big folding knife salute. How about a brand new Devo salute? The new Devo Lush V2 thanks to the Magnus Lutz. Chris Hinckley, which one's what? This one? I've been going a little wild. Chris, I'm guessing you maybe said this one. This is the Gecko Customs Pictus. Let me know if you meant a different one. Gecko Customs Pictus. And this is the Devo Lush V2 lefty version. Chris, yeah, this one here. I picked this up at Blade Show. This is one of the best knives from 2025. Micro milled titanium, S90V, hollow grind, Gecko knives, Pictus. Nice front flipper, flicks out. This knife is awesome. Wish I had that when new knives are released, if they have a version with stonewash, not just satin or DLC. The Gecko is awesome. The Gecko is it's one of my favorite knives from last year, no doubt about it. Devo Lush V2, thanks again to from the Magna Sluts. I do love my Stout V2 also. Bam. Chicken and waffles. I had an H22 and a CB7 in 2009. Anybody else have some new stuff that they're interested in this year? Scrapped my knife making journey for now because I've started a log cabin house business with my brother. Hey, that sounds pretty fun too. Palmataja starting to make some log cabins. I want to see more innovation. The pinch lock. I'm excited for the next knives from Numb Knives. This is the Cornerstone. On the computer now, the iPad was driving you nuts. Way more S90V and less Magna hype, says KC. I'm down with that. I have nothing wrong with Magna Cut. I don't have a lot of experience with it. I only have a few knives with Magna Cut. I have significantly more with S90V, and I like S90V quite a bit. KC's got the N5 prototype on the way. So this is the N1 Cornerstone. He's got the N5 Proto on the way. Nick's making some fun stuff. I'm excited to see what he does next. This might be my favorite knife. This is, or that I own. Of course, I've got some grails. But as far as everything in here, the way my thumb fits on there, the extra jumps out there, this nice feel, the textured titanium, the ambidextrous pinch lock, the front flipper's fun. Magna Cut is okay, but it's really glorified 14C28N. Strangest blade shape I own is the Kershaw Launch 13. What time is Casey's live? Burning Stable, it's usually around 6:30. I'll put up a link, but he usually goes on between 6:15, like 6:45. Pocket Privilege says, don't forget to like this live. I appreciate it. 7:45 p.m. Eastern, so 6:45 Central, so 1 hour and 20-ish minutes from right now. Laren Thomas has a new video on Magnamax. Anybody watch that yet? Anybody have any info? I wish the trend of having knives made in China with 154 cm blade would stop. Thomas, I like 154 cm. KC, don't take that one personal. KC's been dropping some great stuff from China with 154. I love it all. S90 can be heat treated at many different HRCs and still be great. You have to put Magna Cut in the perfect position for it to be any good. Right. If the heat treat's a little more specific. A little bit more sharpening involved as well, but it might hold the edge a little longer. Casey's going to go live at 7:30 today. So a little more than an hour from now. A little more than an hour. What's up, J1 Doobie? 154 is budget MagnaCut. I have a lot of 154 CM. I've used quite a few of them a lot. I like the way they hold an edge. I like the way they take an edge. Pretty easy to sharpen. Right in that solid, just user, not too expensive. I like it. I like it. Most of my knife purchases this year, D2, 14C, and Nitro V. So the thing is, I use 154 because it's a great overall steel. I can sell it for a lesser price. People can get into mid-premium knives they might not normally get into. KC. I'm down. I'm down. Thomas says, what about S30, S35, S45? Sure. Sure. Can I show the blades I made? I didn't make any blades. Palmataja? I haven't made any yet. I'm still trying to get some equipment. I need to get a nice grinder. And then probably going to buy a kiln. Cicero's in love with Vanex. I haven't had a chance to mess with the Vanex too much, but I have some. And it's great. The handles, I don't even have... I got nothing. I got nothing in front of me right now. I have some in process that I kind of put on hold. I made a stop, shift, lane change, gear shift with the channel. I'm focusing more on just making content that makes me happy, that I enjoy, less worrying about, oh, I need to buy another knife, and oh, I need to do another review, and oh, I need to post a video tomorrow. I kind of not doing that anymore. I'm posting more what I consider fun, quality videos. I mean, not that they weren't. I'm just not so worried about, oh, I have to put one out every day, you know. And I had some projects that kind of got behind because of lack of ability, because of situations at work and available machines. And I've since now, and like I have this headspace where if I'm doing a custom or a project or something and I'm not in a good headspace, I have a hard time starting, or my motivation and blah, blah, blah. These are all just life excuses, or not excuses, but I've since kind of gone more to now I'm working on a couple of projects for some people. Stacy's one of them. Long time coming, a couple others right now, and I'm not really worried about filming them. I'm more worried about just doing a good job, making sure I like what I'm doing, and I'm getting it, turning it into a cool something that someone else can enjoy, and not worrying about so much about like, ooh, I need to film and like make sure that I'm peppy and lively, and I don't like to write scripts and stuff like that. I just like to just hang out, vibe. It's not like the fun was out of it either. It was just more that I got so turned off by the people that are so into like trying to push, oh, you got to use my links, you got to use my links. I need to grow, I need to make money, or you know, like, and it's just like I don't want to push that at all. I want to push good times, knife discussions, enjoyment of knives, my love for knives and what I love about them, what am I interested in, what are other people interested in, and a little less about like, oh, I really need, you know, Concept to send me all their knives so I can showcase them so that I can become an influencer. Like, that's not my goal. OEMs will not allow you to split the steel. If you split the steel, then you have to buy 2 batches. Okay, so like KC has knives made, and then like Best Tech is the OEM or whoever it may be, Kubi. And like you'd have to do like if you did multiple steels, like if you did a 154 and an S90V, then he's basically saying that you would then be required to like got to order 200 of these and 200 of these or something to that effect. That kind of makes sense. And that's why I feel like sometimes like you make one and if it is really hot and like everyone loved it, then you'd be like, ooh, well, you know, maybe we'll do another run and then use a different material or something like that. Thomas ordered 2 Tempest Tornadoes. Sometimes it's tough to talk during the build videos as you got to stay focused on what you're doing too. That's a good perspective on it, Casey, though. Learning, because some people don't understand that. You're like, oh, we'll just order 20 of these and 50 of these. It's like, well, that's not how it works. You want a product and they want to mass produce it in order for it to become, for the OEM to make it worth their while. They don't want to just make 10 of this or whatever. It's like they're really going to need to make, you know, a little bit larger amount. More than half the community probably has a borderline knife problem and realistically shouldn't be buying anything. Yeah, my name is Dan and I'm addicted to buying knives. For sure. For sure. Have I ever dyed a disc golf disc? Many times. Many times. You haven't seen any of them? Knife buying is a serious addiction. It's retail therapy. What's up, Matt? If the Tempest Tornado sells well, it would be awesome to see a future run of the Tornado done with a MagnaCut blade. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if I have any guys really close. I did. No. I don't. Not close enough. I've dyed a lot of, that was honestly how I got into customizing knives, was I used to do disc dyes, and I have 20 different disc dye colors, or like dye colors, and you save the dye, you can use it over and over again. And then I learned that you could take a piece of micarta or G10 or whatever, and then use the same dye methods as I was doing for discs. And it was like, okay, wait a minute, what? Overseas OEMs that don't know how to heat treat them. You'd have to find the right OEM that could heat treat the MagnaCut properly before you go with it. That makes sense. Grateful's being very selective with his knife buying right now. Same. I can't stop either, but I luckily for me, I have things like this that can curb my joy, and I can buy these silly gas station knives. Casey's got to run and eat dinner. Casey, we will see you all. We will all see you in about an hour. Have a nice, lovely dinner. Thanks for swinging by. Everyone go pick up a Tempest Knives Tornado knife-like object. I made a New Year's resolution. Not sure how many times I broke it already. Yeah, if your OEMs can't do it well, it's tough because then you'd have to go find a new OEM. Which could be a tough thing. Trish says, purchase 3, but trading is a different story. So when you're grinding, MagnaCut is a little bit harder. Yeah, I suppose because it's a tougher steel, so it takes more in the grind to get it to grind. And then you might be running it hot, which then could in turn burn it a little bit. I hear you on that. I hear you on that. Huh. That is interesting. Trying to figure out what it is I would grab first. Pocket Privilege, thanks for hanging out. Have a great night. One from Burning Stables, one from Aries. Handmade blades. Do fixies. Getting one from Burning Stables and one from Aries would be great. They're both nice guys. Got some really cool designs. I don't get how Christie Knives still in business, making the same knife they always have. There, you get a following. Maybe they just get the right following. It's like we were talking about Case the other day. Case is always going to be producing knives, and they're not going to increase their quality, and they're just going to allow them to be inferior because they already have a following and everybody already buys them and nobody seems to care, and I don't understand it. Kathleen's right. An Aries knife would be cool to have. I'll get another Under the Bridge fixie if I can talk him into making a Warney version. That Under the Bridge fixie is really nice. Grateful's got some really cool fixies. Just got back from a weekend hockey tournament in DC. Nighthawks took second. We have a new banner to hang over the ice. Right on, Blazeburger. Congrats. I get to go watch the nephews play hockey regularly. That's why all the D2 runs soft. It burns through belts. It's actually a great steel, but was ruined by companies taking shortcuts. And I also think that D2 was one of them that was like in a spot where it's like, oh, it's really good. But then new stuff came out, and then people just see new shiny, classic D2. New shiny, classic D2. And all of a sudden it was not cool to get the D2 anymore because new shiny. And sometimes the old reliable was just fine, was good. Burning Stable, drawing up a Warney right now, and some pry bars. I got a couple pry bar ideas as well. I'll definitely be making one or two. I have a couple pry bar ideas, but I definitely like a smaller and a bigger. I was talking to Donnie, and like his pries are big. You know, his pries are like poop knife pry. You know, versus I kind of enjoy something just a couple finger grab in for prying. You can have a larger one as well, but there's something to be said about something smaller. Folding hatchet is a D2 blade, but a titanium handle. I think best thing for any item is the story behind it. Bro. If it's got a history and a story, it becomes invaluable. I don't carry this knife. I'm not going to be carrying this knife. It's not a high quality knife. But the story is there, the history is there, and I cherish it and will love it forever. This is one of the first knives I've ever had. I mean, is it Pakistan? Yeah. Is it covered in pits and beat up and I dented the tip when I was a kid? Yeah. But I remember thinking this was a sword when I was like 11 years old. I still have it today. I mean, that's the history and the stories and the memories of that make it priceless. You know what I'm saying? Made a custom pry tool out of an old edger blade. Works great as a scraper too. See, that's what's kind of cool about a pry bar is you could do that. Bob's Pocket Knives has a small little screwdriver that he kind of transferred in. I mean, he didn't really change it too much. He made a little sheath for it. But sometimes it doesn't take as much for like a pry tool as like heat treating like a blade, for example, where it has to hold an edge. Pry bar isn't going to have that sharp edge with that burr on it. So it's not quite as necessary. That's why everyone needs a fanny pack to carry all your necessities, right? Or jeans that have tons of pockets. And that doesn't always work for everyone, which I understand as well. But I like having a lot of pockets. I fill them up. Have a little bag or something sometimes can be nice. What's up, Ground Fog? I have over 10 knives from Lynn Thompson's collection, prototypes, unreleased versions. See, those are all keepers. Collection forever. Take them out, enjoy them, put them back. I need a pry tool the size that would help me get screens off the outside windows. See, I would almost say that would be like a smaller one, Kathleen. Something like this where you can just get in there and whoop. It's more about the angle and the size factor. Mac likes to carry a small sling pack for sure. Fanny pack over the shoulder. Donnie's pries are top notch. He sent a video of him taking chunks out of his vise with a pry. He's taking chunks out of his vise. 4-inch pry is perfect. It's definitely about the motion of the ocean. Truth facts, Jack. This one's 3. Just under 3. And I'm actually quite happy with this one. I would carry the Arcform Alt Pry as well. It's more like a 4, but it has the clip built in and the clip got bent out, and so it does not hold. Are there any foldable pries? Anyone? Anyone know? A longer pry edge, you can make it a little bit wider. Carry a Ronin stainless pry bar on keychains. Work pretty good in most of your needs. Donnie? Yeah, Kathleen, Donnie will hook it up. You give him the size and dimensions, Donnie will make you the sweetest pry bar you ever seen. Anybody else carry a pry bar? I carry this little one every day, but it's nice because it's small. Dude, that angle is perfect. Look at that. Micro pry. I got this one. This one's too small, too thin. This came free with like something, little bottle opener. And then you could get that on a little bolt or something. My steel pries are like cold chisels. Nice. Thomas Garcia, my knife is my pry bar. Why do you hurt me? On the edges back. Tried to get a Mr. Nice pry bar. They just sell out immediately. There you go. Kathleen says just a little bit bigger than that one. A little bit deeper, a little more leverage. There you have it. What about a comically large handle for a tiny pry bar? That sounds fun. EDC, the Supreme Crowbar. Who is that behind you? The Rancor monster. The Rancor. It was like this one, Donnie. Just like this one for Kathleen. 3 inches. So maybe make it 4. 3.5 to 4, a little bit wider. Just carry a micro super bar by Vaughn and call it a day. There you go. Burning Stableford's going to do some Damascus pries. We got some clean fun going on. No drama. That's what we like. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. My Rough Rider, I love this thing. This is silly. My Rough Rider Reserve. If you are going to get one, yeah, it's SMKW. I'll see Donnie in, well, it's going to be a little more than a month. 2 months, I guess. Three-inch Rough Rider Reserve. This thing's silliness. Steve Kalari made some indestructible pry bars, but they're heavy. God, this thing is enormous. If they made another one that was half this size, I would buy it. Not that I don't like this one. But if they made a smaller one that's like similar to like this size, I would definitely pick it up. Max carrying the Wii titanium pry bar with a pocket clip. It has is the pocket clip screw on or is it part of it? Like, it sucks, my Arcform arc pry is one piece and it got bent out. And now it's like that the clip is worthless. Dank, just bring Donnie back with me for Badger the next week. Donnie, you just want to come back up to Minnesota and just hang out here for a week? The clip screws on, it's removable. See, I think that's better, Matt, because then, like in this, the way it folds over, I like it, but it caught my pocket one time. Bent out a little bit. Now I can't bend it back. When you try to squeeze it back, it's already touching, so you'd have to get something in there and re-bend it around. I need a pry with a reversible pocket clip. The knife under the wooden one? It's the second time someone's asked about that. This is the C Fox Custom fixed blade. Magna Cut, hollow grind, white paper, micarta with a koa wood. C Fox. He has a table in Texas. Usually brings about a dozen or so knives. The Sheriff knife is your favorite on the table. Do the Sheriff. The custom Sheriff. Woo! No! Look at that edge. Look at that mirror edge. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, this koa wood, it does not show up on the videos. But this wood has like facets to it. The koa, it marbles. And so when you move it around, it actually physically changes when you look at it by the angle that it's at. You can't tell in the video. Or like when I go like this, it doesn't really show that. But man, it's great. Just a nice micarta, long handle, 154. It's like a premium version of the CRKT Spew. Where is it? Oh, that's right. I had a CRKT Spew, but I ended up using it for a giveaway. But the Spew is very similar, except for, like, imagine the handle a little smaller and the blade a little longer. That's kind of what the CRKT Pew, adhere. This thing is just great, though. The way it fits in your hand. Kaiser sent one of their new small pry bars with a knife purchase. G10 scales. And they hide inside a metal pick. It's got a metal pick and a tweezers. I've never even seen that pry bar from Kaiser. I'll have to check that out. The long handle on this, it's awesome. It's like a full length. The guy actually, he makes other types of fixed blades, and he had an extra chunk of 154 that he was able to make out of this. What's up, Sir Clippins? Baptism? 8 spots left. If anybody wants to get in on a hot waffle dinner, Burning Stables Forge, $20. 8 spots left. It's like a $300 fixed blade. I love the look of a long handle short blade. Agreed. Agreed. Something about it. On a folder, kind of looks weird sometimes, but on like a fixed blade where you've got like a huge pile of handle here, get a nice grip, and then you just locked into that small little blade. This one is not a huge handle, but for me it's a big fat chunky grip, and so I can get on there, and then I got that fixed blade in there just to do some work. Pretty cool stuff. Mick Ranger has the link. There it is. 8 spots left. $20 gives you a shot. A trend that I would really like to see end is pry bars having bottle openers on them. Yeah, bottle openers on things are just not as necessary, or like on handles of knives or whatever, or on the back of the handle, got your bottle opener. Yeah, I'm also kind of not a big of a fan of that. Civivi fillet knife, long blade, short handle, but very cool opening mechanism. Yeah, that one is fun. And I've seen MC had one. Hold on. Let me find it. There it is. MC had one. Don't I have another one of these? I swear I do. I swear I do. Flushed.
Much love to all our community makers.
Thank you, Mick, for the $2. Much love to them community makers. So this is an interesting open. It kind of reminds me of, you were saying, that Civivi fillet knife. The way the Civivi fillet knife is similar to this, where the fillet knife comes out and then the handle folds up. So you end up with a shorter handle and a longer blade. This is just a kind of a cheapo gas station version. So in this one, you got to bring that down, and then the blade fits like that. But I saw MC had one that was an auto. So you push the button and it auto opens, so that we push the button, that fires out. And then there's a spring attached to this, which then springs that closed. Sick, sick. So you end up with, you know, kind of a strange look when it's closed like this. But then you push that auto button and it goes pow, pow. And now you're holding a small handle, big blade. Pretty cool. This thing is ridiculous? Yes. Yes, it is. It's fun. And I have a few things like that. Here's a fixed blade. Got a little fixed blade, but it also has a lock on it. So you can, now we have a small handle, huge knife, and it's locked out. Here's your lock. So for this one, you can't, it doesn't ever actually close. It just goes from a fixed blade to a larger, whatever you want to call it. I just prefer bigger knives. Give me bigger knives. Who doesn't like big knives? Or small knives? I like all knives. I swear I had another one of those. I swear I had another one of those. I got my gas station pump from Grateful Dawn. This is the ultimate gas station knife. Gas pump, gas station knife. Assisted opening as it should be. Boom. Ruining a piece of Baker Forge copper, my? Folding fillet knife when you need to get something on the go. When you need to gut something on the go. Have we seen the new SOG knives? No, Jack. Is there a new SOG knife that's cool? Right now, at all the places I know that sell SOG, they've got these on end caps. They're little multicolor, cheapo SOG backlock. It does, you can flick it out. But these are like their $10 to $20 SOG spur of the moment end cap. New SOG autos. Got a SOG multi-tool, but the locking mechanism sucks. R.I.P. Copper My. I have this. I used to carry this one a lot. This is the SOG Terminus. Whoops. Good Lord. This is actually a little nice little no-nonsense daily carry. Can you fill it with some molten copper and re-drill? I don't think so. A lot of people hate on cheap knives, but Gerber SOG, Ozark Trail. But they're not really that great for 20 bucks. I mean, they're all right. I mean, this is that, well, this SOG is like 50. But that blue SOG, and then of course the Ozark Trail Grail. You can't, you know, for 10 bucks you can't. Doesn't matter to non-knife people, right? Non-knife people could get one of these and they'd probably be okay with it. They would probably be fine with it. But the reality is there's just this fine line where you just pop up to 30 bucks. Literally just bump up from like that 15, 20 up to 30. And all of a sudden there's some Sencuts, some Civivis, some CJRBs and stuff that are great. They're great. I mean, Sencut alone. There's so many Sencuts right now that you can get for like that good price. Where's the one? Sencut Chiral for 30 bucks. Boom. That's a fantastic knife. This is the second one I've got. Did a custom orange dye on the other one. Gonna do something with this one sometime soon. Fred, what did you miss? Now we're just talking knives. Not a whole lot. Right now we're talking about how it's amazing you can get quite a few really nice knives for 30, 34, 5, 40 bucks. Here's another Sencut I got for 35. This is a great knife. Solid, flipper tab, thumb stud, flicks out. 10 CR, I believe, on this one. The stouts did go back to the OG prices. To be honest, Cicero, I'm surprised that they were on that $100 price break for as long as they were. I would have never guessed that it would have stayed on that sale for that long. It was a great deal. Although it was on that sale, and I also got that QSP versus some people just got it on the sale. Mine, it was like, not only was it $100 off, you also got the M390 QSP Titanium Mini Penguin. It was like, well, you're basically giving me $200 off because this knife is $100. Couldn't go wrong. This is probably my favorite tiny knife. This is great. I mean, M390 Jigs Titanium QSP Mini Penguin. What? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I'm definitely liking this one. I did not grab a saloon. I'm budgeting out right now. Budgeting out. The saloon's great. Definitely great. I did buy this. This is the Kaiser Microbe. Sir Clippins. Haven't bought any Sen Cuts. They look good. Have enough sub $100 knives to last a lifetime. Right. You just buy them because they're cheap and they're not, if you're just looking for a nice knife to use, it's like, boom, sure. But if you've already got 100 or 200 of them, it's like, all right, start being more selective. What am I saving for? A 2x72-inch grinder and a kiln. And I'm going to start doing stock removal. Start making some fixed blades. Bobtism. That's the plan. So rather than continually buying knives like I have in the past, I'm very selectively buying knives and then putting money away for equipment. But right now I'm looking at 2x72 grinders, and I think instead of doing like a forge right now, I'm going to get a kiln because I don't plan on actually forging right off the bat. I'll plan on just doing like stock removal and learning heat treat. And from what I understand, if I get a kiln, I have a lot more control over temperature and I should be able to do more consistent heat treating. And so being able to get something I can nail that down and then get a good grinder. I've already got a few things. For stock removal, that's the way to go for sure. Burning Stables has it for us, so he knows what's up. But that's kind of where I'm at. Hopefully soon. Oh, it's 5:56. My eyeballs can't see. I'm like, I don't want to. We got to make sure we jump over when KC starts up. I'll let you know, Bob. You're on the list. I've already got a few people saying the same thing. It's like, I haven't even made a damn thing yet, kids. Slow down. I'm sure you're going to make some garbage. Really, my concern is like the shaping. I think is going to be fun. It's more about learning heat treat and stuff to end up with something that's quality. You know what I mean? Because anyone can get some cheap steel and make something, and maybe it's just absolute, won't hold an edge. You're an hour behind, about 7 p.m. here. 14-hour time difference. That's wild too. Always here to help, share advice. I'll be hitting you up for sure. Three green, working on a small 10x12 shop, stock removal. Think my next purchases will be a better grinder, 1x30 Vivor Mini, and a melt furnace for casting. Nice. Awesome. I know no rush, Bob, but I want to do stuff now. But I've been working, so I'm going to get the remaining projects that I've got done. I've knocked out a couple of them. So that's good. Couple more big ones I got to do and a few other things. And then I can be less stressed and more free to just start being creative rather than worried about getting something done. Yeah. This little shorty though, fun stuff. Kathleen said she picked up one of these too. It's got if you have something that you need a smaller kind of grab for, look at how those jimps curve all the way around. I love that. Those jimps go all the way to there. Index finger right out to there for a nice little draw type of a cut. What's up, Cat Scratch? Boom. Super fun stuff. I tried PTFE powder on my PM2 Rex 121. Finally fixed it after trying everything. What was wrong with it? Interesting. Well, I'm glad it worked out. Can you slice an orange or an apple with that little knife with this little one? I think you could get in there and If I was going to cut an apple, though, I would grab this one. The lock stick. Oh, it had big lock stick. So PTFE powder fixed your lock stick. Nice. Not just take the peel off. Well, this one's short, but if you need to get in tight, like if you're cutting cardboard or something where it's not very thick and you want to get in there close and tight, this is going to work great. If you're just cutting open boxes and things where you're just getting in there like that and doing some work, it's going to work awesome. If you're cutting your apple, boom, get your grandpa apple. But you know me, if I'm going to carry this as my secondary, this is going to be my third dairy. That means my main's going to be like this or whatever. So I've got a bigger one that if I have a larger apple. For cardboard, I use my folding utility or 9mm Olfa. Yeah, because my old cardboard destructor, this is my cardboard destructor. And if you notice, there are some similarities here. No doubt about it. They almost took a little off of the tough light. I love the way this feels a little bit more. But getting in there tight and close. What's up, Thomas EDC? Apple sound effects cost extra. Like that. Okay, let's see here. Let me grab. I love how some of them you can't find by typing the right thing, but some of them you can. All right, there's KC. Knives Fast. Here's his live. Grabbing the link. Gonna hit copy. No, the apple cutting sound effects. I don't know what's wrong with me. Here's a link to KC's live. About a half hour out. What's tough as a knife maker is profit. It often takes 10 hours and then hard to sell a $500 knife. Try to find the balance. Right? I hear you on that. I hear you on that. I've seen a lot of sellers and stuff. You go to the shows. I have not made any. I haven't really made any. I've never made a knife. I've made wooden. I haven't made anything out of an actual metal. Not yet. Not yet. Oops, so much for lurking. Oh, Robert, we caught you. Robert Jones, channel member. No longer lurking. There he is. What are you up to, bud? Now you got to start saying hi to people. Oh, yeah. So tough. So tough. Give you the Saran finger salute. My brother refuses to carry a knife. Once he had his 2 daughters, he needed the knife to cut food for his kids as fast food. He carries a Benchmade Osborne 940 now. See, I know several people, co-workers that like never carried a knife. And I was like, you don't carry a knife? What you talking about? And then next thing you know, like, oh, I got him a knife. Now he carries a knife every day. How many people do you know that are like that? where they weren't. They didn't. And then all of a sudden, boom. Once they realize it, they're like, man, I have no idea. Now that I carry it, I use it all the time. Truth facts. Until you're known, people will not want to spend too much on your knives. But once you're in the know and the stuff is quality, right, the stuff also has to be quality. You know, just because you're popular, if it's garbage, you know, you'll have a popularity for making garbage. But yeah, if you are, I don't know. I don't have the answer. If you make quality stuff, you put yourself out there. Got to go to some of those shows because that's kind of where it's at. It's like Donnie got a table at Texas last year, and what he brought 8 knives with him. You know, and the first day, you don't. It's kind of slow, and then you get it. Boom, we got a sale and another sale. Next thing you know, he sold them all. You know, the quality's there. People will eventually come. They see it. They pick it up. They're like, dude. Especially like Donnie. Donnie, man, you hold that thing, you open it, you close it a few times, you're like, what? And then he does like the back spacers where it's just lined right up the middle, just floating, just perfect, and he makes it all by hand with no CNC. It's like, dude, what? Bernie Stable says this is a big fear, but he's got 250 knives out in the world that people are enjoying. Isn't that cool? That's great. That rule 9, that's the rule. If you don't know rule 9, you should. It's your job to be prepared. Dude, a knife, a pen, pretty much needed. All right. Oh, I need to make some dinner. What am I gonna have for dinner? At what cost would you only use the knife for show? What's up, Steven? Steven, we need to talk against where we need to talk sometime soon. It's time is whipping by, isn't it, Steven? How you been? I appreciate that 3 green. We'll do a little walkthrough clip. If Donnie has knives to sell other than the one he's making, I can hook him up with table space. I know for Texas, we want to just be able to enjoy and not be too worried. Just have fun. Shelf 1. You had hand surgery? Did it go good? I hope everything's all right. Shelf 2. Rancor with the knife in hand. Should probably put a knife in Voltron's hand. Some of my favorites. A mess on the table. Another mess on the table. A little bit of chaos. I did get a new light. Should be interesting to see if that light does what it's supposed to do. It's a lot smaller than the last light that I had, but what color do you want? Ooh. Jesus, that's bright. And I'm blind. Look, it can change the spectrum and the intensity. We'll see how it goes. You carry a slip joint every day. Do you pocket drop it or put in a slip? Everyone in the chat, go. I carry a slip joint every day, and I put it in a slip. So I have a 1931 Leatherworks slip. And it slipped right out, right on the table. Pocket drop. This is my C. Reisner Cutlery Kentucky Holler Jack. Slip and a slip. Right hand first, and in a month you're going to do the left hand, says Steven. I hope it heals up good. I daily carry a 1K knife, but wouldn't daily carry a 2K knife. Voltron Rancor Showdown. Go. Anybody who likes slips? You like a slip? I just like, it's like another fidget factor, and you can smell the leather, touch it. It's just like an additional thing. Boom. So that's how I do it. Robert also uses a 1931 Leatherworks slip and carry an ABW slip joint every day, or the Ohio Riverjack. Nice and nice. That ABW slip joint is fantastic. Burning Stables Forge first folder was a slip. Mallory pocket drops them, but custom slip joint, he'll carry it in a pouch. Cicero, yeah, I know what Cicero has. Cicero has this exact setup right here. I mean, I'm not going to say that he stole it, or he stole it, you know, it was inspired by my carry for him to carry the exact same thing, but, you know, good taste. Cicero has good taste. Cicero and I share similar knives in our collection. The Benchmade Successor looks neat. Fred says no slippies. Oh, you did have that ABW. Fred's more of a fidget factor. Front flipper. Front flippers are awesome. Right? Boom. Super fun. I mean, I just love a front flipper. How? Especially like I can top flip this if I do it right. Boom. How fun is that? Do they make a serrated poop knife? We haven't poop knife juggled today. Should I look for a serrated poop knife? Juggling poop knives. Ooh, we're on fire today. Oh, right when I said it. Right when I said it. Ow. Then they start, you got to relax into the juggling of the poop knife. You can't try. If you try, you drop. You have to relax into a chill throw. There it is. Daily poop knife juggle. Check. You and I do share some common knives, and some of mine you like and then procure. Hence, this used to be Fred's. Whoops. Ting. That one used to be Fred's. And this one used to be Fred's. Wow, I just caught my... The Romette Meteor. button bolster lock. Have you seen the new Buck Slim 110 and 112 with the pocket clip? I have not. I saw the auto. Jim at HMC says if you use it, not abuse it, use it. So no pry. If you use it, he will fix it and make it brand new. How about that? That is service. I know that Auxiliary Manufacturing, when I bought the Captain's Bowie, this is one of 11, handmade in Reno, Nevada. He said if I ever had any sharpening issues or handle issues or any problems with that, he would gladly take care of it for me. So that's kind of one of those things when you get into the right custom maker or whatever, they take the pride in their work, which is cool, which is very cool. He was like, yeah, dude, if you ever have any problem with it at all. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, dude, I'll even sharpen it for you. I'm like, well, you don't have to do that, but it's like, it's kind of neat that when you got someone that puts time and work into it and tests a certain amount of pride in their work, that they're willing to do stuff like that. Burning Stables, he says he's got 100% guarantee too, if you ever have a problem, which is awesome. There's quite a few makers that offer spa service. Want to get on some KDK spa service, anyone? I'm not quite a maker yet, but I offer spa services. Anybody want that spa treatment? XL Pocket Bowie? What is the XL Pocket Bowie? They have an XL? Or wait, what do I know that knife? It starts gentle, Bob. It just, where will it take us? Cicero says, Burning Stables, I have a problem. I'm yet to own one of your knives. Had two come back, felt horrible about it. Oh, but if they send it back and you fix it, so they make a pocket Bowie. This is the Captain's Bowie. They make a pocket Bowie, but an XL. I didn't know they made a large version. Fred just sent his mini goblin for a spa and asked Edison to add jimps so he can front flip it. Wow. Mac's been carrying the MF1 pry bar, and it's working. That's great. All right. So Casey's going to go live in a couple of minutes here. I believe that is the link. Yeah, it is. There it is. I am going to go make some dinner, get some stuff done on this Monday. Thank you all for hanging out. Link is not clickable. Oh, are you on your phone? If you're on your phone, sometimes links don't like to work. If you're like, might be on an iPhone or something. Rachel, if you just type in Knives Fast and go to the Knives Fast channel, it's his live. He'll be live in about 10 minutes. But yeah, it sucks that on phones sometimes the links don't work. They want everything to be compatible with the phones. But then they don't make it all compatible with the phones. On a Galaxy, and even your chat is different sometimes. See, I swear I've hit links before on my Galaxy and it has worked. I swear someone else said that it didn't. Pocket Bowie XL is an AEBL. So this one's also AEBL. Yeah, the at on phones you can't do the linking people's names either. It doesn't like to do that, which is dumb. Blame it on Apple products. They do pollute the waters, and they don't like to be compatible. They purposely tell you that they refuse to do stuff like that, which is just dumb. Anyway, thank you all very much. I appreciate you. Yeah, Rachel, will see you over there if you find it. But go to KC Knives Fast channel. His live will be up in a little bit. Links aren't clickable on vertical lives a lot. It's unfortunate. But you can't message YouTube about it because you won't talk to someone. You'll talk to an AI, and then the AI will be like, "Can you send me an example of that?" And it's like, no. Anyway, okay. Thank you all very much. Great live. Check out all the cool channels, all the great people, and stay sharp. We'll see you soon.